Hey,
Hello.
we are late because drivers, not like Uber drivers, but because computer drivers. But welcome, everyone.
Which are basically like Uber drivers. There's very little difference.
There's
Wow.
extremely little. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's wow. I don't even know how to respond to that. That's just shade was just thrown. Matt, do you want to just share for a moment your experience that you just were having, or do you want to just?
I'd like you all to imagine the most painful moments of your life. And then I'd like you to imagine them happening, that moment happening in front of 5 yahoos who have no problem making fun of you as everything in front of you burns to the ground. That's been my last couple of minutes. It's great. I love Friends.
Your mic's cutting in and out. Is anybody else hearing that?
Yeah.
That just checks out. All right. Well, but we're here.
I can't tell if you're serious or not, and that terrifies me.
We're serious.
I was being serious.
No, it was
Damn.
serious.
But it seems like it's better now. We are so excited to bring you our 16th episode of Sunset Over Vengalia. So while Matt's soul is crushed, which is really probably more fitting for what we have going on with our first sponsor today. So with our first sponsor, we have Matt. Go ahead and just take it away.
Have you ever played with a GM like this?
Okay, everyone, I know you rolled a natural 20, but that's going to kill my creature too fast. So I'm going to say you have disadvantage because of a lair action?
Oh, wait. That's not what the rules say. You can't just change the rules because we're going to kill your monster.
I can too. I'm the GM. I'm the god of this world, and I make the rules. If you don't like them, you don't have to play.
Or like this?
Hey Taylor, I know you've been building your character this way for a while now, but I really don't like the Sentinel feat, so I'm not gonna let you use it.
But literally my entire build is to get to the point where I could use this feat. This is how my character is designed to be. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I know, and I'm sorry, but I think that Sentinel's just a bit too strong. There are lots of other good feats out there that you can take. Ooh, how about Crossbow Expert? That's a really cool one.
I don't use a crossbow. I'm a melee fighter.
Sorry. If you don't like it, you can always find another table.
Or even this?
Okay, everyone, we are going to bring in a new player today. I hope you guys don't mind. It is my girlfriend.
Hey, nice to meet you, everyone.
Hi.
Now, I let her roll her stats at home, and she's going to play the same thing as Haley.
Oh, okay, I mean, we had to point by, but I guess that's alright.
She couldn't have come in as something else that would have complemented what we already have?
She really wanted to play this character. She loves animals, and so I thought I would let her.
And you said that she rolled these stats, so did you see her roll them?
No, but she told me she did, and I trust her. She wouldn't lie to me.
Conlon, these stats are ridiculous. There's no way she rolled these. And you gave her special equipment already? We don't even have magical items yet.
Look, I'm sorry, everyone. What could I do? She's my girlfriend. I have to keep her happy.
What about us? Don't we have to be happy?
No, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
We played with them too, and we put a stop to it. At the law offices of Nom, Nom, and Nomnivore, we put the decision in your hands. With Emberwind, you can have a GM if you want, but you also have the ability to say, "Good riddance to bad rubbish." Just listen to this paid testimonial by Dustin.
I'm sorry, what? You didn't tell me you wanted me to be a part of the ad spot today. Why are you putting me on the spot like this? Matt, what do you want me to say? I don't
See? It works for everyone. Just click on the link in the bio, enter promo code TOI at checkout, and you will save 15% off your order. And remember, a portion of all proceeds from using this code goes to benefit mental health research. Once again, that is TOI at checkout to save 15% on your order. Click on the link today. Today.
Today.
Today.
Today.
Do it now.
Do it.
Texas Hammer Matt might be my favorite Matt.
Do it.
And I liked how at the end there, your southern like Texas accent really started coming through. Just today.
Today. I forgot that Texas Hammer had a Texas accent in his ads, so I needed to add that in.
So we will be putting a link in chat that you can click on for that. But you know, POI at checkout, 15%.
Toy.
That's a really good deal. Oh god. We're back to dabbing. The other another returning. We never left the dab. Our second returning sponsor is TA Maps. At TA Maps, they will make hand-drawn maps for you, for your campaign, for your world, battle maps, all kinds of wonderful maps. If you mention Tales of Initiative at checkout, they will you will save money on your commission. And the bigger commission, the bigger the savings. So don't forget to check out talesofinitiative.com for past episodes, for merchandise. Yes, I meant to say TA Maps, but I said Tales, so I just rolled with it. How was that for flow? TA Maps.
Water.
Don't forget to check them out. Their link will also be. This is just indicative of how our time started, but we're gonna pick up speed and it's just gonna go. But TA Maps, don't forget to check them out. They are a wonderful company as well, and the music just transitioned, which must mean. Do we have any other ads? Any other announcements? How's the website coming, Conlon?
We're getting
new
there.
New merch coming
there.
soon.
Yep.
So we are a.
Talk about putting somebody on the spot. Hey, Conlon, how's that website going?
Just take attention off me. Attention off me.
Do you need a website? Tell Colin things. Go to Conlon. Conlon has websites. Today.
Don't forget. Today.
This is almost as chaotic as the musical episode.
Almost.
I can't wait until we actually do a musical, though. Like Sunset Over Vengalia, the musical. That's gonna happen.
So in.
I'm not singing. I'll rap. I won't
Yeah, I was gonna
sing.
say Nemea can just rap. We'll have Nemea just rap the whole time.
That's fine.
Makes sense.
Incredible.
It'll just be really, really great. I just can't wait.
I'm gonna have to learn the pan flute.
That'll be like our 100th. That'll be like our 100th episode. So be on the lookout. Okay. Well, then, if we don't have any further announcements, any other things that people want to say, then I suppose we should probably just go ahead and get into the Sunset Over Vengalia. Good music change. We are on a roll.
It works. It's abrupt, but it works. You got this.
Last we left off, the party, seeing the rapid decay of the island around them, realizes they have no choice but to move on the sisters without any further delay. They decide that they need to take a short rest and come up with a plan to handle the sisters. Nemea and Vix have a private conversation regarding the similarities and differences between their backgrounds, both answering questions while at the same time creating so many more. Vix and Rose also returned to the beach because they realized that their prayer book and owl egg had been left behind before they went under the ocean, only to realize that they were now both missing. At Chorus's prodding, the party tries to come up with a strategy for fighting, learning a little bit about the fighting styles of each member, as well as how to just handle the sisters going forward. Feeling like they have a solid plan in place, the party sets about looking for the sisters, and thanks to the wings and eyes of Nemea, they're able to find a path that seems to have been placed for them while they were dealing with Vanessa and RL. As they draw closer to the trail, they discover that the trail is actually humanoid body parts that have been placed on stakes, leading them along to the edge of a cliff. At the edge of the cliff is a wrecked ship. And the party discovers wet footprints on the ship leading to a hole in the bottom of the vessel that leads back into the ocean. They head back into the water once again and follow some glowing algae that leads them to an underwater cave system. Coming up in the cave, they discover that the sisters have indeed been waiting for them. The sisters reveal that they're doing what they're doing because of landwalkers taking their children and their resources. A couple of lightning bolt spells nearly decimate the party, but they are able to recover and turn the tides, no pun intended, managing to kill the sisters
Nailed it.
and recover some rather unique items in the process. The party makes their way back to the beach, boards the Halcyon, and head towards Balantor, leaving the island in the distance, to report their victory to Magister Aron, and to figure out what to do next concerning Wyvik Herbiphage, Loch Hilbrand, and just the very basics of what's going on in Balantor. And that is where we will pick up with the party setting sail.
We're on a
I
boat.
love the island music. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Right? It is so good.
Very much.
Like, I just want to enjoy this for a second.
Yes.
Just,
Just,
you guys,
like,
you guys
chill
could have some
out.
time. You guys could absolutely have some time on the deck, just like
So
Got some
Yeah,
pineapples.
just like,
Couple.
brushing each other's
Yes.
hair. You know, like that's something that would happen.
oh yes, absolutely. That sounds
Need
amazing.
to get the
Catch
life
some
out
rays.
from the harpies.
Yeah. Gross.
They didn't drown when we were with Ariel.
Oh man.
The lice. I forgot all about the lice.
Gross.
Roll for
Gross.
lice. Yeah.
roll for lice.
Roll flies.
Don't make me roll for lies.
So as you're sailing back, you guys have essentially 2 days to do what you want to do on the ship. If you want to interact with any of the people on the boat, you are welcome to, but otherwise this is your time to do what you would like to do.
Amazing.
So far, the
You
crew
wanna-
members. A rundown of the crew members?
So you have Jurgen Eversharp, who is the female dwarven captain, and then you just have a variety of sailors. If you want any, in particular, they are mostly human and dwarves on this ship. You do notice there are like 1 or 2 elves that are kind of running around. The one that Vix had previously had some conversation with was a human. If you are at all interested in that.
Whip that dude into shape.
Just verbally assault him some more. It'll be great.
Just
Yeah.
Just break his spirit even more.
Yeah.
Why not?
How is he doing?
He is walking around the boat. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Does Vix want to go find him?
Vix would check on him, not like going up and talking to him, but like just making sure to put eyes on him and like he isn't like isn't despondent, right?
Okay. So you look over and you see him there, and his he's actually like kind of like swabbing the deck. Just this time that you guys have been on the island, it's probably been 4-ish days, give or take. So they've been just trying to look busy. Not a lot to do when you're sitting there at shore. So he's been swabbing the deck, but again, you still see like as he's doing it, like the motions are very sharp and abrupt. Like he's doing like just, I mean, if you've seen,
He's wax on, wax offing.
kind of, yeah. But he's doing just very like trying to control the force, trying to like strengthen muscles while doing it, and just the whole time muttering, "Never again, never again." Like it seems like your speech really got to him, and he again.
Yeah.
You don't know for good or bad, but he seems very committed to what he's doing right now.
Just leaving villains in my wake. This is perfect. Excellent.
This is exactly
Mission
what you would do. It's
accomplished.
totally fine.
Nice. Wow.
Edie, what were you saying you'd like to do?
Edie would go around to each of the crew members as she bumped into them and ask them if they know any magic. Or if anyone on the ship knows magic.
All right. As you go around, you run into just several different people, and you see one. It's actually, you find it's a human, but she's short for a human, and she is sitting there. She's got sandy blonde hair, and she's got her tunic unbuttoned, and she's like, "Oh, do I know magic? Well, a little bit.
Just a little bit? What do you know?
Mostly," and she like, and reaches up and pulls a coin out from behind your ear.
Oh.
And then she like does a little flourish and the coin disappears.
You are magic.
Thank you.
Edie wants to like create a mage hand and get grab the coin from her.
She just made it. She flourished and it disappeared in her fingers.
Oh, never mind. I thought she was holding it in her fingers.
If you want, she could have, if you were going to do that, she could have held onto it a little longer and you could have just done it and grabbed it back.
Yeah, that's what while she was holding it out. And
Sure.
see? Me too.
Ah! Oh. Well, just and she like a deck of cards like pops out and she like holds up her cards.
Okay. You're going to have to show me how you did that.
Pick a card, any card.
Okay. And I use the mage hand to pick a card.
Whew. Okay, now memorize that card.
Yeah.
And she doesn't know you can't read or anything like that.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, now
I know the card. I know
Okay.
what card it is.
Okay.
I
So
don't know
stick
what
it
it
back in.
means.
Okay, stick it
Yeah.
back in. And
Mage
she
hand,
like
put it back in.
she shuffles the deck and then she pulls up, is this your card? And it's like a 2 of diamonds.
No.
Oh. Is this your card? It's like a 7 of clubs.
No.
Is this your card? And then it's like a Queen of Hearts.
That was close. It's close. It's definitely have hearts on it.
Hearts. No. Is this your? And
Oh,
she starts
no.
showing you like every single heart.
Aww.
Is the Ace of Hearts? Is this it?
Have you got 5 of those?
She pulls out the 5 of Hearts. Is this your card?
Yes, that's it.
Ah!
You nailed it.
Oh, so
Oh.
that one still I'm working on. I'm still working on that magic trick.
Oh, I think you did good. I think we always need to be practicing. So you wouldn't know much about magic item or ingredients? Your magic is like mine. It just comes from you.
Kind of comes from me. Mostly it's, well, here, and she like reaches out, she reaches out to like shake your hand. Like, here, let me, and as you grab her hand, like the hand comes off and like it just leaves like her sleeve.
I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
Just,
I can fix that, and I
No,
cast
it's-
Cure
it's-
Wounds.
no! It's fine. Look, it's fine. That's a fake hand. That's a fake.
Oh.
That's fake. It's just it was a joke. It was. Sorry, I don't know real magic. I don't.
That looked
But-
good to me.
Thank you. I've been trying to learn some tricks to just kind of impress some people. But what you
Wow.
do is real.
I'm impressed. No, what you do is real too. You did it.
What I do is not really real. Like this, in that she like pulls another coin out from behind your ear. This
You
is
did that.
that's just, and she like makes it disappear again. But then like she's like, see, and then she like does it slow, and you can see like how she pulls it out, like how the whole time she was hiding a coin. It's really just moving my hands really fast and distracting you.
That's just what magic is.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's just your version, right? It's just different. It's okay.
I never thought of that.
Yeah. Like my magic comes from here, and I pick up Ellie and I dangle it in front of her.
She gets really close. What does she do?
She helps. She teaches me all the bits and pieces that I need to know to learn my magic, and she tucks it back in her side.
She teaches you.
Yeah.
The doll.
Yeah. She's talked to me since I was young.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Look,
see.
see?
I see.
And she points at the tattoo on her face, and she points at the tattoo on Ellie's face. See? I got this, and now we can talk.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, your magic is your magic, and my magic is my magic.
I think you're right. You are absolutely right. I'm
But
What's
does anyone
that,
else
Captain?
Oh.
Oh, I've got to go back to work now.
Bye!
But it was really nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
And she like picks up her cards, like eyes you a little bit as she just walks
Wait,
away.
what was your name?
Oh, my name's Melly.
Melly. Alright, excellent. We're new best friends. I'll see you later.
Oh, good. Bye. And then she
Bye, Melly.
heads back under the deck.
Melly. That's like Ellie.
Aww. Rose would absolutely like that's actually a really good thing because she wanted to kind of just she the whole time on the boat she's chatting to like some sort of animal, helping out in the kitchen, or trying to kind of just chat with her party members, and she definitely would have wanted to find Edie at one point and have a conversation about the magic because she knew they spoke about that.
Okay.
Oh, Edie, hi.
Hey, Rose. The
I
boat's
it's
awful. When do we get off?
very soon, I think.
Okay.
But how about we take our minds off the rocking and we finally have the conversation about magic? I know you've been wanting to talk about it.
Yes.
Really eager.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
What magic do you have?
Oh, my magic. Well, you could say it's from nature. Well, I know a lot of it I can thank Aruna for as well. I know you can also. That's also.
Yeah.
Also for
She's
you?
the deity back home that's never mind.
Never mind.
You from nature. You get your magic.
Yeah. Well, from a bit of both, because I'm sure you know Runa's involvement with all of nature, but
Yeah.
that's amazing. Have you met her?
I think I've I have. I think I've spoken to her maybe.
Wow, that's
That's
amazing. What's she
what they say.
like? What's she really like? I've only had dreams and odd messages through the animals, an occasional bird, an occasional song in the wind.
You've probably spoken to her just as much as I have. Then it's just little messages every now and again when you're praying and doing activities with the church and those types of things. It's been a little while now, but yeah, yes.
Well, I think we must draw from similar sources then. But yeah, my magic is mostly focused around just nature and everything natural. And I also have that ability to change into animals. That's completely different. I don't know how exactly it came about. It's honestly it's honestly just amazing. I can show you though as well if you want.
Yes, please.
What's your favorite animal?
Oh, gosh. Duck.
A duck?
A duck.
Rose is then just gonna kind of just stand up, like brush herself, and then wild shape into a duck.
Literally everyone's favorite animal is a duck. I love it.
And then
You're
she's just
the
gonna go
cutest. And she's,
waddle
like,
around.
Edie scoops the duck and like little legs just dangling between her arms, and she's just giving pets.
He's just kind of like in a duck form, like, and then kind of just she's
I'll
like
pop it back down.
yeah, and just like stays in the form a little bit longer. I'm sure some of the crew could probably see him just like as this little duck waddle around, and then she changes back into her halfling form, and she's, yeah, just like that. Wow, I love ducks too. Ducks are very great. They're fun. They always know how to have a good time.
Yeah, they're the cutest. I love them. So I wanted to ask you, so my entire life I grew up with everyone telling me that my magic was different because it didn't come through like the other clerics in the group.
Oh.
Theirs doesn't come from them. It comes from like a amulet or a source, or they use components in like a little pouch.
Yeah.
But mine comes from me. And no one's ever explained that to me before.
Might I say that you might be closer to me than to any sort of cleric?
Do you
That sort of
trust
magic.
authority figures, Rose?
I generally do. I mean, all
Me too,
authority.
but-
Yeah. Generally, it's always good to just make sure, because as we've seen, sometimes things can get a little bit fishy, but it's for the most part they're normally there for a reason. They've done good to get there.
Okay. I think I have just more questions, but that's okay.
Oh, you can ask. I have all the time here. I'm so happy to speak to you about this all.
But why do you think that they lied to me then?
I don't know. I don't know, Edie. That I can't know without having met them.
Yeah, that's why I said I have a lot of questions. You said ask, but I didn't think that you would know.
You can still ask. I can always give my ideas, and maybe it'll help. It's always good to talk things through anyway, to get it off your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's at least what I always did back home. We always made sure to talk over anything that's wrong. So I want to make sure that you do too.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I did see though, that we do share at least one spell. Just saying on like a bit of a positive note. And she goes and moves some water and like makes like a sort of like a water bubble come up from the side of the ocean with shape water, kind of like, see, that's something pretty cool. And
I don't have that anymore.
what?
When when the mermaid gave us extra strength, I got really strong.
Oh yeah,
And-
me too.
And now I can't remember that spell.
Oh. Okay. So is it you can't remember it? I know sometimes for some of my spells, I sit down for the day, meditate, and I kind of draw what I need. But I still remember them. So you don't remember it?
So Ellie here tells me the spells that I can do, like when I can do them. She said I can't do it anymore.
Oh, okay.
So,
That's interesting.
but now I'm strong. So maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you didn't need that one anymore.
Yeah.
And anyway,
Yeah, maybe I didn't need it anymore.
I've still got it, and I don't think I'm going to be losing it. So don't worry, I've got the water covered as well as fire. And she goes and shows like makes a little flicker in her hand, like a little flame.
That's cool.
That I learned really recently. This is really the first time I tried it. I just felt it would work.
That's amazing. I know what I can do. Sometimes it's a surprise.
Well, surprises can be good. I'm excited to see what you can do. The magic that you know and can do so far has been really cool.
Thanks, Rose. Most people look at me scared.
Oh, they shouldn't be scared. Not knowing who you are.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Do you wanna?
Did you find the owl egg?
Oh, no. It was lost, but
Everyone else's stuff got lost then too.
Yeah, the Vix's prayer book. Feels so bad, but it was going to get drenched anyway. The owl egg was going to get lost. I can only hope that both found some sort of good place. At least maybe the owl egg hatched. That's all I can hope.
Maybe.
It's life, but
yeah,
we move forward, and we've got Thorn. We've got all of us. All of us are safe, and all of us are fine. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. All right,
And that we're away
talk to you
from
later.
that island.
Edie kind of takes off like mid-conversation, and she is gonna go
What?
start rummaging through people's things. She's looking for a journal.
Are you
Or a
looking through your party's stuff or through the
Everyone's.
ships?
Over
Okay.
the 3 days, over the 2 days from this point forward. Edie is looking for a book.
Okay. We will cover that in a minute.
Rose
on
was too
the-
stunned to speak.
Amazing.
Yeah, she just gets up and leave. I've had yeah, absolutely. We'll keep it in. Let's who else? Chorus, Vix, and Nemea. What would you guys? I mean,
So I think as the first night on the ship kind of falls, Chorus would try to find Nemea. But I guess first he would find. Are there like burning coals in the kitchen or like anything where he could find, like, I know there's not like probably a campfire on the boat, but like is there somewhere he could find like a coal, like a hot coal?
yeah, it's easy. In the kitchen, they use more like oil heat, but for the sake of the cooking process, there is still going to be some sort of coal. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Chorus would find Nemea.
No coal, not cool.
Nemea, could we have a conversation?
Yeah?
Great. Do you mind following me? And Chorus sets off towards the kitchen.
Okay.
Now,
Follows.
Chorus says absolutely nothing until you get to the kitchen. It's dead silent. I wanted to talk to you. I've heard you say some things about your ability, your transformation, and well, I recognize a lot of my younger self in you. And I thought maybe, oh wow, I'm very bad at this. Sorry, I'm not so great at talking, but look, I learned some lessons early on in my life that I think might be helpful to you. And Chorus reaches in to wherever there is a coal and grabs out a coal with his bare hand. And I'll take damage, whatever D4 or whatever you want me to roll for that.
8d6.
Yeah.
8d6 fire coal.
It's a fireball.
Fireball.
And he picks it up, and before Nemea has any time to say anything, he says, "Here, catch!" And he throws it at Nemea.
So you will take, Chorus, 3 points of fire damage.
Awesome.
Nemea?
I catch the coal.
You take 1 point of fire damage.
Halved because of your fire resistance?
Halved to 1.
Okay, cool. Perfect.
Damn it.
So, ouch. That coal, it's hot, and
I'm still holding it.
yeah, it burns.
You take another 1 point of fire damage.
It's fine.
Think of that like your rage. Right now, it's too hot to hold. It's too much for you. Now you could, and Chorus reaches into the fire and pulls out another coal.
Another 3 points.
Yep, that's great. It's
and
worth
another
it, I
1
promise.
point to Nemea.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Chorus says, "Now you could stifle that," and he crushes it in his hand, and like drops the rest of the coals. He says, "You could get rid of that, but once it's gone, it's gone. There's no bringing back a coal that's been put out and crushed. It's like your rage. But if you were to cover it and bury it for your use when you need it," and he walks over and like closes Nemea's hands over the coal that she's holding so that it sort of not dies, but kind of loses oxygen and stops burning as hot. You can always rekindle it when you need, and he opens their hands and blows on it so that it gets hot again and flares up.
And another 1 point.
Yep.
And now look, I recognize that this hurts. You can toss the coal if you'd like. That was the best metaphor I could come up with on short notice. But if you were to get rid of this power, if you were to deny who you are, I think you would lose something integral in yourself. And, well, like that coal, you'd be ash. There wouldn't be much left.
She's visibly confused. Still holding the coal.
Oh,
I don't think, maybe I haven't expressed this so well. Your rage makes up a part of who you are. As mine.
Damage.
Mine. Chorus grabs the coal and throws it back in the fire. Your rage makes up a part of who you are, as does mine, but allowing it to burn hot all the time will burn through you, and stifling it will get rid of it, and you'll lose a part of who you are. I think you should learn to control it, learn to bring it forth when you need it, and control that rage within yourself. And if I can help with that, I'm more than happy to. Not so great with the lessons, but happy to try.
You're right. This is a weird analogy. And just dust her hands off. You said that I remind you of your past self. How?
Yes, well, you remind me of my past self and some others that I've known in the past. I haven't always been who you know me as today. I've not always been a guide, a helping hand. When I first set out into the wilds, I set out with a lot of my own rage. I don't think it was the same as yours necessarily. I didn't gain much from it besides just indiscriminate violence. And I thought I could change the world with my anger and my rage. And while I did make some difference, it wasn't until I learned to control that rage and direct it at the things that I truly believe deserve to be the focus of that rage, that I learned what my true purpose was.
And your true purpose?
There are many things in this world that seek to control and manipulate the minds of mortals, of the people of this plane. I would seek...
I've experienced that firsthand.
Yes. I believe my purpose is to protect those around me from things that shouldn't be here.
And what if you decide that I shouldn't be here?
I believe that belonging is something we choose for ourselves. And were you to lose yourself, I would be there to help.
Then where were you 5 years ago?
Learning many of these lessons myself, still. But I'm sure if I had known you, I would have done what I could. What happened 5 years ago?
Like you said, your rage was indiscriminate. Mine still is.
I don't believe that. You discriminate every time we fight. Anytime you transform and attack the things attacking us. You've never hurt any of us.
Yet.
I don't believe you would.
It's nice to hear you say that. I have another question.
Yeah.
Your eyes. She sort of half reaches up, like almost like she wants to caress his face, but pulls her hand back. What is that?
Yes. I was born with a light. And when some things happened, I lost that light. And it turned to this, and his eyes go black again. Well, some would call it a fall. I would call it a reckoning, a realization. But my light is gone, at least in some ways. And it's been replaced with this.
Do you want it back?
Gods, no.
Okay. How? How did you learn to control it?
It takes time and dedication. But Chorus pulls out his broken sword. I made a promise long ago to someone special to me that I would do my best to help those around me. And I learned that rage didn't allow me to help those unless it was focused, unless it was allowed to burn only when I wanted it to. Otherwise, I was just going to get myself killed or kill someone who didn't deserve it. And so you have to find the thing that focuses your rage, that burns your coals hotter.
You can see Nemeo visibly deflate. It's too late for me then.
No, believe me, it's not. It's never too late for any of us. Chorus reaches down to his little, thing of trinkets, tokens, and pulls one of them off. You see it's a coin that has a skull on it, a very menacing looking symbol, and he tosses it to Nemea. I got that from some cultists that I encountered in the woods. A bit before I learned to control my rage, and I killed them all. I didn't discriminate, and they were evil. I still believe that. I truly do. They were not good people, but I've since learned that it's not the fault of the people. It's the fault of the manipulators. It's the fault of the gods that corrupt. And while I can never give those people back their lives or their chances, I can move forward with that knowledge and not be as indiscriminate in the future.
Nemea's looking at the skull. You keep calling it rage. Yes, I get angry when I see you guys get hurt. But it's not just anger. When I get scared, when I feel threatened, when... I don't know, it's more innate than that. It's like I can't even control my own emotions. That's why I don't like being in public. That's why I don't like people getting close to me. I don't know how to act in social situations anymore.
I've been in the wilds for 10 years. I don't know how to act in any situation. I don't know if you've noticed, but my conversation skills are not the greatest. Tried to speak to those Marrow and didn't go so well, but
It was impressive that you could talk to them, though.
picked up a lot of things in my time. But I'll say this, and I'll let you go. I know these sorts of conversations wear into you. I've seen you use your wings to shield the other members of the party from harm, from whatever you can. And I will say, I don't believe that you are a weapon. I believe that you are a shield. And if your reaction to negative emotion and negative input is to transform, I would assume that you're not transforming into something dark or evil. You are transforming to be a better shield.
If only.
You don't have... Go ahead.
When I am in my right mind, yeah, I guess you could call me a shield. But I can also be a weapon. And I think that's scarier than anything else.
We all use weapons. I don't think that there's anything inherently bad about being a weapon. And many times a shield can be a weapon. It all depends on where it's pointed. Find what you want to point yourself at and let that rage, let that fear, whatever it is, those emotions, drive you towards that thing.
I've been trying for 5 years.
I've been trying for 10.
I don't know if I have the patience for another 5 years.
I said many the same thing 5 years ago, and we carry on. You've got a good heart, and you've got a good sword arm. Be ashamed to lose either. And I think one of them is a much better weapon than the other. And Chorus leaves.
Do you want your
Hold on to it.
Okay. Just gonna stand there awkwardly.
As you're standing there, you do hear some bells start to ring out. And they're not like alarm bells, but it's more like a bell calling. And you hear like a chanting, "Everybody, come join us for service."
Yeah.
You make your way to the top of the deck, and you see as the night has come, there's no moon in sight. Looks like you're at the very beginnings of the new moon. Like as you look around, you do finally see just the tiniest sliver of a moon. Stars fill the sky, and there's torches along the sides of the rails of the ship, just flaming up. And it's for those of you who love the outside, this is beautiful. For all of you, it's beautiful. But for those of you that have a special affinity with nature, at this moment, you feel like how big the world is and how small you are in comparison. You see an elven woman walking along carrying a staff, and she has long silvery gray hair, and she comes and stands at the top of over by the steering wheel, the ship steering, whatever the steering, it's a wheel that you
A helm?
The helm. Yeah, there you go.
But it's still, the wheel itself has a name, the rudder. I don't know, that's rudders in the water.
The rudder's in the water. Yeah,
you're in the water. And she says, on
Vix
this,
is in the water?
the 19th of night in the month of plenty, we offer prayers to Dyrus for safe travel, for thanks for the new moon, and for all of you returning safely. And then she pauses a moment and her eyes close. Hear us, Dyrus. We are your servants. We ask your guidance and your safety and your hand upon us as we make our ways across these waters which you patrol, which you shelter us in the palm of your hand, and return us all to port safely once again. We thank you for our companions and for the work that they did on the island, for we know that you guided them. And we ask that you see us again safely to sea in the future. So it shall be. And everybody murmurs along, so it shall be. And she kind of walks down. Thank you for your if not participation, at least thank you for your silence while we honor our God, and for the safety of us as we travel. And she looks at you, Nemea. You seem troubled or offended. I apologize if we offended you.
I respect your religion, but I gave up on the gods a long time ago. Excuse me. And I'm gonna fly up to the crow's nest.
Well, there's nothing to forgive. The gods have not always been kind, and the people of the gods have not always been kind, so I hope that someday she will find her peace with the gods. But in the meantime, is everyone doing well? Anything I can do to make you comfortable? I'm Andraste. I'm a priestess of Dyrus.
Hi.
Lovely to meet you.
And you as well. Thank you for your efforts on behalf of the people of Balantor. And I suppose of this entire waterway.
Everything's been going really well. But thank you for offering.
I'm glad you all returned safely. This night of the new moon is very important to us, as we just want to make sure that we give thanks to the gods. And as the new moon, the first new moon in the month of plenty, we are especially thankful because harvests are starting to come in for the people on shores. It means a lot to the community in general. So we are appreciative of your hospitality and your understanding of our observances.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful service.
Oh, thank you. And she looks at you and kind of sees your dress and your coins and your bells, and it's a lovely dress you have.
Thank you. I made it myself.
Oh. I can tell that you did it with love.
Yeah, and fabric.
Oh. Fabric is important when you're making a dress. Do you worship Dyrus?
No.
Oh.
Oh. Well,
And she looks to Rose for it. We worship Aruna.
Yeah.
ah. Well, Dyrus is not a jealous god, and I am not a jealous priestess. You are welcome to serve whatever god calls your heart. Or some people, and she glances up at the crow's nest, no gods, and that's fine. The gods still watch over us.
Absolutely.
Do you think it matters that I was told to worship this god and not that they're in my heart?
Do you talk to her?
I'm told I talked to her.
When you talk to her, or at least, who do you hear from? Who guides you?
I can't say. Aruna.
She's going to insight check you.
Can I do an opposing?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do a if you're lying, you can do that, or if you can do a persuasion, you can do a persuasion. You can do deception or persuasion. She rolled a 15.
25.
Well, very good. I know we don't serve the same god or goddess, but if you have any questions, I'm happy to listen and maybe offer some guidance. But
Yeah.
it sounds like you have a plan and have an understanding. And do you both serve Aruna?
Yeah. In a way, I serve Aruna in a way of just serving nature, serving the natural world.
Well, serving nature also serves the Lord of Storms, so in a way you also serve Dyrus.
I suppose.
Or any deity, really, that has to do with the world as it was created.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
I don't mean to take up any more of your time. I just wanted to introduce myself, and she acknowledges. Vix and Chorus, are you guys there as well?
Vix
So
is not
she
there.
acknowledges. Okay.
There is a
course.
gnome that was about to approach her when she said if there's anyone that needs help, but then the gnome,
Sure.
like, no, pish posh. Good work is the only word God I wish, yep. And goes stumbling off somewhere else.
All right. So she acknowledges Chorus. Do you need anything while we are here? Dyrus offers many blessings.
You don't happen to have a token of Dyrus, do you?
I do in my cabin. Why do you ask?
Well, I certainly don't want to take something that has meaning to you, but I have a bit of a collection. He, picks up the couple tokens. He's running low. He's giving a couple of them away.
This one's mine.
Oh.
I point at the one that I made.
Interesting.
And if you're willing to part, I always would love to have something to remember your god by.
Of course. Just a moment. And she kind of goes below deck for a few moments and leaves you guys alone for a minute.
The gnome is
Wow,
wandering
it's-
around looking for someone that might have oil.
That might have oil.
Oil, yes.
I'm
Any
so concerned
particular
about this.
kind of oil you're looking for?
Lamp oil in any sort of variety. I'm looking for sort of a contrast and compare experimentation.
Yeah, you approach, and one of the sailors, we have, we
Don't stutter, boy! Come on, move along. Chip, chop, chip. We've got time on the lands.
Sorry, the cook probably has oil down in the galley.
Cook, all you need to say. Thank you very much. Pish posh.
So, and he's like, I don't remember a gnome. Where did a gnome come from? But you're gone already. Moments later, she does come back up, and as Andraste approaches you, she looks at the little token and she just kind of gives it a once over again and hands it to you. The blessing of the Storm Lords follows this token, so may he guide you and bless you in your journeys as well.
Thank you, sister.
Now, as it were, if there was nothing else, I will leave you to your evening enjoy the sails. Hopefully the journey back is not as eventful as the journey here.
Yeah. Hopefully. Thank you so much for leading the prayer.
It is my job and my honor. And she heads back under deck. Vix, what is the gnome doing?
Gnome is heading to that kitchen. Gotta get some
Okay.
oil.
As you go down to the kitchen, you do see a dwarven gentleman, if you could be called that, stirring away like at the stove, and he's got the apron on, but he has no shirt on underneath it. He's just big, bushy beard, but parts of it have been like singed off from like flames and stuff like that. It's like, and now it's kind of like tied in braids and like thrown over both shoulders, but you still see like burn, like scorch marks and stuff that have like not fully grown in long enough to be caught up into the braids. Making a fish stew tonight. That's gonna be delicious.
Hello, over here.
Oh,
Down.
there you are.
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
no, there, thank you.
Not that far down.
uh,
There we go.
No, you're not. You're not that much shorter than me. It's fine.
Not much. It's all in good fun. I'm looking for some oil, particularly any that doesn't cause rust in metal.
Well, I have. And he all of a sudden thinks, I've got the cooking oil, but you look like a shrewd fellow.
Ma'am, yes, but yeah, carry on.
Oh, dwarven women have beards, men have
No,
beards.
it throws everything
really
off. I
can't-
realize.
I
Yes.
can't tell you apart. It's all.
Yes.
Well,
I wear my
now,
age well,
now,
thank you.
I happen to have. How much are you needing, actually? Let me first preface this statement.
Now, how much do you have? This feels like an asymmetrical bargaining chip here.
Well, I don't know how much you need of what I have to offer. Cooking oil I have plenty of cooking oil. But I have a special little bottle of... and he leans in close. Kalapari oil. That I've been saving. That I would be willing to part with. It's the primary export of Balantor, as you may know. But I got my hands on a little bottle, and, well, could be exactly what you need.
Yes, I may know. How much would you like for it?
Well, since you do know, Kalapari oil is especially valuable. Serves a multitude of purposes, both to lubricate.
Don't upsell
mechanisms
me, boy.
and-
You're a cook. Come on, not a salesman. Let's go.
How does 50 sound?
Can I insight check to see if that's or intelligence
Oh, absolutely. You can insight check him.
check? 14. Passive is 17.
He has no idea what it's actually worth. He's not even sure if it is Kalapari oil. He bought this and is trying to pass it off.
Sir,
Because
you
as a
do
cook on a
realize we're
ship-
sleeping on the same ship for at least 24 more hours. If you try to screw me over and give me your spit as oil, I will hamstring your nads. Now, how about a real negotiation? I take the vial of whatever it is and I give you 5 gold. That's pretty reasonable for an unknown offer. And I'll also take a vat of that there cooking oil for, what, 5 silver? That's probably fair.
Make a intimidation check, and I will say you can use charisma for that because
Oh, yeah.
you're speaking way over his head, but you also just threatened his nads.
15
And that
for
he does
intimidation.
understand.
Yeah, 15 for intimidation.
He rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Ugh.
always roll those on me.
How about
Ah.
10? And you don't ever threaten my nads again.
10 gold for both.
10 gold for both.
Fair deal. And the nads are off the table. Not to say that they would be, that's entirely unsanitary. Pass the oil over.
And you see him like back up a little bit from the counter, and then yep. He takes like a cup and like just kind of like pours some oil into it. He doesn't have like a container for you, so here's a big cup of cooking oil, and then pulls out like a jar And it's probably 4 ounces or so worth, like a half cup worth of oil that he hands to you in this jar. And it's like got a nice like tight lid with a seal, and it's got a fancy script on it that says Calipari oil. He has no clue if it's real or not, but he hands it to you.
Thank you very much. Good deal. Slaps 10 gold.
And he takes it back, and if I ever get any more, if you need any, let me know, and I'll be happy to make another deal with you.
Good doing business with you. And the gnome just scampers off.
Fish stew, fish stew. Oh, no. Okay, he goes back to his song. All right.
Has Edie found her book?
Make
Or
a investigation check. And are you going to do? You said you're going to do this every day, correct?
Yeah.
So give me 3 investigation checks over the course of today, tomorrow, and then before you arrive the next day. And how much time is she dedicating to this search?
All of her any spare moment she has, she's ducking into a room to go through things pretty
Fair
much.
enough.
And I think that while that service was happening and everyone's up there afterwards, she dashed down there to have a look-see.
Okay.
So 18 minus 2 for the first day.
Okay.
A 0 for the second day. And an 8 for the third.
So luckily everybody was upstairs for the service, because the other day you got distracted by your own skirt, all the shinies on it. And then the third day, yeah. But while they were up there on the service, you actually do duck into one of the cabins. Most of the sailors actually sleep in like hammock type things. Only a couple people actually have cabins themselves. There's the captain, the priestess, and then the cook has like his own where he keeps like food and stuff like that he sleeps in amongst it. It's more of a food storage that he's made a cabin. You duck into the priestess's cabin and you're looking around, and you find several books. Some of them appear more fancy than others. What are you looking for?
The blankest book.
The blankest book. Okay, so you're going through
Journal type
Mhm.
journal type vibe.
Okay, so you're going through and you're looking, and you do see a book. You pick it up and you look at it and kind of flip through it, and you see a little bit of writing at the beginning, and it does appear that it's handwritten, and then the rest of it is blank.
Pocket.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice Edie doing this?
This is during like the time of the service.
Okay.
So you can make a perception check to see if you noticed her disappearing.
Is it during the service or like right after?
Like right after,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Not very good. So a 9.
Okay. What is your passive, were you trying to be stealthy about it, or were you just doing it?
I was just doing it while people were
Okay.
up on top deck.
You see her like moving around, but you don't see her dip below
Okay.
deck. The rest of the day, she doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Okay.
See?
As you come out, you're making your way back down the hallway, Edie. You do see the priestess come downstairs, but she does not see you coming out of her room or anything. Hello, child. Did you have more questions?
I mean, I have a million questions, but that's okay. I don't know if you have the answers, because you don't... Like what Rose said, you don't have the... That's okay. It's fine.
Are you sure? I'm happy to answer any questions you might have to the best of my ability.
Do you do magic?
I do a little.
How does it happen?
Well, I'm just getting started in the magic aspect of it, but I have studied with some clerics of Dyrus, and essentially they've taught me some prayers and some things that I can write, and I, at the beginning of the day, I just really ask Dyrus to guide me in my plans for the day, and And then I dwell on those words, and I dwell on the magic that is available to me right now. Because as I get stronger, I can learn more things. But right now, it's mostly just little things. I can heal a little bit if somebody is hurt, and things of that nature. But if I don't focus on that particular item, maybe for the day, Dyrus wants me to more be able to look for things or things of that nature rather than healing, then I will not be able to heal for the day because my focus is shifted elsewhere.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. Sometimes a clear path through the storms.
Ah,
Sometimes maybe
yeah.
an object that's missing, or sometimes to determine if something is good or something is not good.
Okay, so that sounds like everyone else. Cool. Alright, thank you.
Do you experience something different?
Well, I'm a cleric.
Mhm.
But when I pray, different magic happens than what everyone else is supposed to do.
Well, there are different types of clerics. Some clerics are more powerful with weather, and some clerics are more powerful with healing, and
But
some
if they're
clerics...
all training the same and in the same church together, and that's how it is, then why is it different?
Have you talked to your god about it directly, your goddess?
I've tried.
And what does she say?
Nothing to do with anything that I asked.
Okay, well, let's put the magic aside for just a moment, and when you talk to your goddess, what does she say? How does she sound to you?
She sounds like me.
Have you ever heard her audibly, or is it only in your head?
In my head. But yeah, in my head. That's how prayers work though, right?
Very, 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 very much, most often. Occasionally, if you are blessed, your god may appear to you and speak to you in person, or at least in some sort of form. But yes, most often it is felt in your heart or in your head. Does she lead you to study?
No.
Does
The priestesses told me to study,
Mhm.
but Aruna's never told me to study.
What does she tell you?
She tells me just to do things.
Then I would suggest to follow your heart. It seems like you're on a good path, and the path for knowledge is never a bad thing. I know you want answers right now.
I know, that's okay.
But
One
maybe
thing at a
Aruna
time.
is protecting you. Maybe you're not ready for the answers that you seek yet, and so she's guiding you on a path that will reveal the answers in a time that you are ready to receive them.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds.
Have you ever cooked an egg?
No.
I love eggs. I like to fry eggs.
Uh-
But sometimes I just if you cook it, but either you don't have the heat on high enough, or you forget to turn the heat on, you don't cook it fast enough, or you take it off too soon, and then you're eating a raw egg, and no one wants to eat a raw egg. But if you
Whole
wait,
egg.
but if you wait just the right amount of time, then the egg is perfect. And it tastes so good. Maybe you're like that egg, that you're just cooking right now.
An egg. Okay. Thank you.
I've given you
egg.
more questions, I think, but I meant well. Anyway, If there's anything more you need, my cabin is, and she directs to the cabin you just came out of, is right over there. And
Wonderful.
I will probably be there most of the rest of our journey in case any of you need anything.
Excellent. Thank you.
Have a good evening. And she makes her way into her cabin.
Edie runs away. She's gonna go find just like a spot up somewhere, maybe in the sun. Oh no, it's nighttime. That's right. Never mind. She's gonna
Definitely
find
no
Vix.
sun. All right, you're looking for Vix?
Yeah.
Vix is currently a little gnome. Would anybody else know this? So make a perception check to see if you can find Vix. And Vix, are you trying to hide as the gnome?
14.
Or are you just...
They have to change their costume pretty severely in order to be the smaller size. So there would be common elements, but you'd have to look hard enough to notice.
Make a stealth check then, Vix, just as since you're not yourself, to see if she would have noticed you with her perception check. Not noticed you, but noticed that I don't recognize that individual on this ship.
18.
Okay. You don't see Vix anywhere.
That's okay. I go lay and look at the stars on the top deck.
Okay. Before we get to Vix, is there anything anybody else wanted to do tonight? Okay. Then Vix, we move to you in your gnome form. Are you sitting out in the open, or have you tried to find like a little hiding place to kind of duck in?
Little hidey hole.
Okay.
Mm,
It's easy enough, especially in gnome size. There's plenty of like barrels and things that are there, water barrels. You can find a little spot where you can hide out. And nobody's actively looking for you because you're a guest on the ship, so you're fine. What is it you're trying to do?
Vix, in the form of this little gnome, this older gnome woman, is she's trying to figure out, do some more comparison and contrasting of Bjorg's gun to that other hunk of metal that she has, and she's working on just kind of like, she sees the parts that are like parts across the two different things, and she's trying to move them about, see similar actions, similar mechanics, and try and figure out how to unstick, hence the oil.
Okay. So we're going to let you do I'm going to have you do 2 rolls here, one an intelligence check. And because you have enough time, you're sitting here and this is kind of what you're doing. I'll let you roll with advantage.
Ooh. Heck yeah. Intelligence check?
Correct. Just to start seeing, because you have the base understanding that you had from the last time. So you're trying to build upon that knowledge to see what's the same, what's different, and things of that nature.
Can I add proficiency for Tinker's Tools?
That's your next check is going to be a tinkering check
Okay.
to see about being able to actually manipulate things.
Okay, so just intelligence, not investigation, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Here we go. Ooh,
But
15.
with advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
I rolled with advantage, and the higher was a 14, so 15.
Okay.
total.
So as you're looking through at the palm pistol and then the hunk of metal that you have, you start to see more similarities. You're like, oh, this looks a little different on this one, but I can see that based on how this connects over here, this serves the same function. And then as you fidget with it a little bit, trying to get the oil in, now you're starting to work with it. Go ahead and make your tinkering check.
Just straight roll, not advantage, correct?
Correct. For the first night, it's just a straight roll.
Intelligence tinkering? Or dexterity
Sure.
tinkering?
Which I'll let you pick. This seems probably more like an intelligence tinkering.
Okay.
Because but it could be
I'm
dexterity
figuring
if you're
things
trying
out.
to work the...
Yeah.
Right.
It feels more intelligence at this stage.
Yeah.
Ooh, not great. So just an 8.
Okay. You start getting the oil in there, and you realize maybe I don't have the right brush, or maybe I don't have the right tools to fully work the oil in there. I think that if I get some more oil, or at least if I get the right tools for the job, it'll probably help a lot in loosening up those gears. based on your initial investigation check, intelligence check, you don't think anything in there is permanently like damaged or frozen that you can see. You're not going to have to replace parts yet that you can tell, but you're going to need a better brush or something to be able to get it in there. Some finer tools.
Cool. I think she'd be using the rest of her time to like maybe take one of the brushes she has and like, this is far too more delicate, and is just like ripping some of the little bristles out and then coiling the little metal bit around to like reduce the size of the brush and try and change its shape.
Go ahead and make another tinkering check with dexterity this time to see how successful you are in adjusting your tool.
Off the table. Oh, so that would be 25.
Okay. You're like, oh, yep. So this was the wrong size. And you start adjusting and manipulating. And then I'll even say you put it up against it and you find, yep, this is exactly what you need. But at this point, it's getting really late. So you can sleep or you can continue working through the night without the benefits of a long rest.
She's gonna go to sleep.
Knowing that this is the first night.
Yeah, she's gonna go to sleep. She knows she has some time and wants to still make use of the next day properly.
Okay. So, night falls, sun rises, ship continues to sail. Is there anything you guys would like to do on the second day? At this point, the crew is all just working and they're focused on sailing and getting you there. So there's no special services. So this is pretty much your time if there's anything more you guys wanted to do.
Nemea would have spent the night up in the crow's nest. She would have fallen asleep looking at the skull that Chorus gave her. But she would like to find Vix.
Okay. Did Vix revert back to Vix shape, or is Vix still in gnome shape?
Going to sleep, Vix shape.
Okay. So morning wakes up still in Vix shape. You are able to... What is Vix doing in the morning?
Vix is like draped over, because I imagine they stayed up late and they were just like, oh bother, I'm not going to get this tonight. And just like flopped into a hammock. And so they are currently just like passed out in a hammock, legs and arms like all akimbo, leaning over the side. Just absolute perfection. Just swinging in.
Starfishing it?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I let them sleep. I'll walk back out.
AD doesn't have anything to kind of really do before we just about get there. Or get there.
While Nemea waits for Vix to wake up and show themselves, she's going to do find a private place on the top deck or somewhere away from people, and she's just going to practice some katas, like Gexosure, Sunsetiu, Cypher, just all different katas and
just
different
words,
breathing techniques.
Words.
They're legitimate terms. They're legitimate katas.
I fully believe you. I don't know. So it's okay. Yeah, I trust you that you are doing what you're saying.
I did karate.
I did not. So thank you. All right. So yeah, you are easily enough able to do that. How long is Vix going to sleep for?
Vix will eventually wake up with because I imagine like the sun comes in pretty bad, and there's also the smell of breakfast rations. So they wake up pretty soon.
There's the smell of bacon, potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Breakfast time.
I do believe that's my summoning bell.
No vegetables really so much. It's definitely starchy foods
those?
and salted meats.
We don't need those. Fish pot. Yeah, Vix
So
comes up to the
can-
top deck with a piece of bacon.
Vix, do you have a moment?
Several. Yes. Apologies. Yes.
I wanted to give you this, and Nemea is going to give Vix the 25 gold that she found on Ova, the bugbear.
The bugbear, yeah.
Ovak?
Yeah, the creep.
Ah,
I remember you being a little short on gold, and I figured this could be some compensation for what you went through.
well, thank you. I'm not that short anymore, but I hope you're not tipping into your own share of things for this.
No, it's what I found on yeah. I hope he didn't do anything to you.
Goodness, no, I hope not. I pretty much passed out. Was this all of it?
Yeah, well, I also found the scroll.
A scroll?
The one that had your
Yes,
different
yes.
faces on it?
That's right. Yes.
Um,
Well, we should. I'm just saying. You all saved me. If anything, this is. I feel sort of like I'm cheating you taking any of this gold, but we should probably just split it evenly amongst us, right?
I mean, we can, but it's up to you.
I think so. After Magister Aron most graciously awarded us with all of that coinage back in town, I'm not scraping by so much anymore. I'll be fine.
Okay. I also noticed you hacking up the bodies of the hags. I mean, Edie smashed one of their heads in, and I'd already decapitated one. So,
Call it a bit of
why
venting.
did you dismember them further? Oh, I know all about that.
A little bit of venting, a little bit of precaution. I don't like the idea of things coming back. It's harder to come back if you're not all in one piece. So, it's not like they deserved a proper burial anyway. Pieces of trash.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying that. Are you speaking from experience?
Maybe.
How did it come back if you're not in one piece?
Who knows?
Oh.
I don't want to lead you on too much. It's part of my training, darling. I am used to focusing on certain types of threats, and certain types of threats typically have magic, and magic typically lets you bend the rules of reality in dangerous ways. So, better to see that they have no chance of returning, or at least a slimmer chance.
I'm envious of that.
Envious of what?
All of you can use magic. I'm a tiefling. And I can't even use my legacy.
Yes, but you could fly. Which, last I checked, several wizards have plummeted to their death trying to learn how to do. The morons they are. Whereas you just get to do it straight from the word go. Not to mention, hold on now, because this is absolutely ridiculous. I can't use magic. Yes, but you also don't, like, whimper and crumple at the sheer sign of lightning.
It never came anywhere near me.
Literally,
I
Ariel
probably
was
would
like,
have.
poof, you shall be gone. And I was like, oh, goodness me. And then you were just like, what even is lightning? I care not for these things. I can't do that. It's as if you're like 82 of me. You just shrug these things off like they're no care. And I realized that your history with your abilities is probably complicated. But gratitude can be difficult when you don't like the thing. But the fact that you can survive the things that I'm pretty sure you're the only one of us that hasn't fallen like a wet sack in all of the things we've run across. Chorus is having a habit of introducing himself to the ground. Rose turns into beasts. just to avoid said things. Edie is constantly running around having to manage me and the rest of us just falling on the ground. Oh, look, a corpse! And you just keep continuing to kill things left and right. And I realize that maybe mass destruction isn't your exact, like, perfect achievement, but it's certainly impressive and far better than me forcing myself to be a burden on the rest of you in the middle of a dangerous sortie.
Wow, that was a lot. You're not a burden, Vix.
And neither are
I'm
you.
glad we were able to find you. You say that now.
I'll keep saying it. I have opinions on
And-
this matter.
And you're also wrong. My history isn't complicated. It's just messy.
Life's no fun without a bit of a mess. But you bring up an interesting point with this gold, which is that I think we found some other artifacts along our time, and we might want to take a look at those just to see what use they might be to us.
Yeah, that's actually the reason I wanted to talk to you.
Serendipitous.
I'm gonna lay out the scimitar, the rust-colored one, or the copper-colored one. I had a look at it. It's not rusty. This is just the color, but I can't read the runes. And well, I know you dabble in magic, and Edie's running around at the moment, so I thought maybe you could look at it.
Certainly, I don't mind. Might be good if Chorus or Rose are around. They seem to know quite a few things about a few things.
At that point, Chorus walks up with the trident.
How fortuitous!
Serendipity all around.
Oh, it seems we had the same idea.
Yes, probably best to figure this all out. And Vix is gonna try and analyze the scimitar, and then after that the trident.
And Vix does not have identify, correct? He does not have the ability to cast that yet.
I have
Maybe
the
not.
spell. I don't have the pearl. That's why I was looking for
Correct.
it.
So you don't have the components yet to do that. So it's fine. You can still look at things.
Does the priestess have one?
We might check with her. That could be useful.
If hang on, there's also this anglerfish. Maybe we should release it.
Oh, that is bizarre.
A weird, yeah, and an eyeball. It's been staring at me. Have a look at these. I'll go find Edie and Rose and see if I can't track down a pearl.
That would be perfect. I can try and analyze these and
Great.
see if I've heard of
Gone.
them, but... Oh, yeah, goodbye!
People
Excellent.
just running off on people today.
Honestly.
Vix, as you're looking through these things, make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Can
Good
I
at those.
help? Can I give...
Do you have
advantage?
proficiency in Arcana?
No, but I am good at investigation.
This is a magic thing, so we're going to do an Arcana check. So no, with no proficiency.
Magic. Alrighty. Here we go, Arcana.
Yeah.
Oh, 12.
No.
Yeah. I need that pearl.
You are pretty sure that these are magic items of some sort. For the fact that everything else within the realm of the hags was decaying and falling apart. The fact that this, being underwater and not being, showing any signs, you thought at first there was rust, but realizing no, that's just the color of the metal. Nope, this isn't. Something about these is preserving these items. Even the anglerfish thing and the eyeball all seem to have some sort of magic something. You're not entirely sure what.
Unfortunately, I haven't heard of any of these things in my dealings. They're magical, just based on their physical properties, but I wouldn't have the foggiest idea what they actually do.
Can I give advantage on the trident, since I can read the runes on it?
Sure.
Yeah.
I believe these runes are in Alcuin. If that would help at all, I can tell you what they say.
I rolled a natural one.
Oh, come on.
That feels oddly appropriate.
It doesn't matter what they say.
Just gets mad, chucks it in the ocean. No.
No.
I'm sorry.
Well-
Things under the sea. I'm not well versed in these sorts of things, unfortunately.
Doing better than I am. I didn't even know they were magic.
Well, now we all know. Hopefully, once we get to town, I could probably procure a pearl. I have an incantation that might be able to help us a little bit on this.
Sounds useful.
Problem is, apparently, all the rules of magic follow this weird gold system, so I have to be able to check the boxes in some ways. No, it makes sense. It actually sort of bends the weave around. But never mind.
What's the weave?
It's not.
Chorus
Vic-
has
then you see
no
Vix's
idea
hair
how his
get really
magic
long.
works.
Yeah.
Then you see Vix's hair get really long. It's this.
It's this. Yeah.
All right.
Love it.
And Nemea, the priestess does not have a pearl.
Ugh.
That would be beyond her.
It's not a normal cleric spell, too. It makes sense.
I mean,
Hmm.
I've got to say, if you need a pearl, I could maybe try and see if any ocean creatures have any spare.
That's not a bad idea. How safe would that be? Dustin's oh no face. Shenanigans.
I'm just trying to figure how that works with a sailing ship.
It's fine. There's creatures that can keep up. There's the fish. There's creatures like dolphins and all sorts.
Notorious pearl carriers.
There's also creatures like sharks, so just be careful.
I dealt with the other sharks before. Don't worry.
You guys absolutely saw dolphins with pearl necklaces and stuff as you were swimming.
Those
Sounds
dolphins
about
are dressed to the nines.
We met fish with marital issues. What's so weird about dolphins with pearls?
Yeah,
Exactly.
dressed to the gills.
They're fancy.
I'm assuming I've found Edie and Rose to come back.
Yeah. So yeah, Rose would just suggest that. I mean, I've been speaking to them anyway. I do try and just keep updated on what's happening in the water. So
Stay
I wouldn't
apprised
mind
of current events.
Hey.
Exactly.
Wow.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's not a bad idea. I just don't want you putting yourself at unnecessary risk. I have money to spend. We can get to town and I can find a pearl that way. Local business.
It's
and
not a
all that.
risk. True. I mean, we're really close by, but it doesn't harm to ask.
Sounds like you're just looking for an excuse to dive in there, which I totally get. That sounds fun.
I could also go myself. That's very true. Just as long as I can keep up with the ship, maybe we could slow down a little bit. I can actually become a shark myself.
Ooh. I leave this to your expertise.
I don't think it's safe for you to go on your own, but if you think that you could find a pearl, then maybe Rose, just be safe.
This sounds like a fun adventure.
Chorus, you would have actually understood that.
And the
I
mayor.
said curse the
Or
gods
sorry.
above and below in Infernal.
Oh no, that was dramatic.
Nope, infernal.
Nice.
We
Right.
we were in the cave with all that equipment. That's what the people came out looking for.
It's fine.
That's what
We could have found you a heap of pearls. I'm so sorry.
It's no matter.
with a marrow to contend with. Probably best we got out of the cave as fast as possible.
Yeah, but we could have used the equipment, and we'd already won the fight.
That one.
I'd say that there would be more.
We just left them. What if more people go back?
We can give them a warning.
The island's probably dead anyway.
I
Come back to life,
Don't
Chorus.
remind me.
Don't say that.
Yeah. Sure. That's definitely how things happen.
There was life coming back. I saw it.
I saw it too.
Don't be so negative.
No.
By the way, Nemea, how are you carrying all of this? It's looking rather pristine.
I just had it through belt loops and strapped to my back, and
It wasn't with that satchel that you found?
She wouldn't have been able to get it out if it was.
The
She
satchel!
wouldn't have been able to get. She wouldn't have been able to get it out if it was because she wouldn't have known how it worked.
Dang
oh,
it.
right. I did take this satchel too. I haven't even looked at it. We've been so preoccupied.
What's in it?
I don't know. I'm actually a little scared to look.
Can I look?
Screw it. I shoved my hand in.
It goes in and there's nothing in there.
I can't feel the edges.
Can I make some kind of roll to see if I've heard of this?
Your arm is gone.
I will say you can
Your arm
make
is
an
gone.
you can make
What's
an Arcana
happening?
check.
Can I also make that?
Sure.
There we go. Should I roll that before?
Can I pull the bag up my arm?
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
you can.
I got a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I got a dirty 20.
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Natural 20 for a total of what?
20.
Nice. Well, both of you instantly. That's a bag of holding. I've heard of these. That's a bag of holding.
Nemea, you are shoulder deep in possibly the most useful magical item around.
Aren't all bags of holding?
Technically, yes.
Very good point.
Yes.
This one's a little
Oh.
special.
This one's a special one. Oh,
Ate
amazing.
Namaya's arm.
Yes,
No,
wa-
it's
watch
just
this.
really, really big on the inside.
Might I borrow it for a second? It's more magic trick time.
yeah. Yeah.
Vix turns it inside out.
Vix, no.
No!
Vix just starts
No.
like dramatically
Yes, do it.
putting like the scimitar and the trident into the bag and just watching them like fall in.
And they fall in, and they like the whole trident goes in. Like it's like the scene from Mary Poppins when she's pulling the lamp out.
Yeah.
The trident just goes in and just like hand over hand, like putting it in. And the bag itself is only, backpackish sized. Satchel. It's a satchel.
It's a satchel.
Hmm.
It's a satchel.
You said it was a satchel.
Shut.
Mhm.
Shut.
It's like a man purse.
Shut. Shut. Shut.
Sachet.
Vix is
Where
gonna
did they go?
Vix is gonna confirm that like the functioning and like reach in, like think trident, try and pull it back out.
Easily enough, you pull it back out.
These work similar to a lot of magic, where you just create an extra dimensional space on the other side of the bag, and you can put stuff into it. It's bigger on the inside.
Is there
So
anything in there when
cool.
we started?
Like a TARDIS?
That does not exist in this world.
How dare you?
What's that?
Sorry, I
Is there
couldn't
any
resist.
way to know what's in a bag of holding?
Turn
if
it
you
inside
didn't
out.
put it there? No,
Turn it
terrible
This is
idea.
terrible.
No,
Turn it
it's
inside-
fine. Turning it inside out is fine. It's putting it through another portal that is bad.
Vix is going to
Turning it
reach
inside
in.
out just takes all the items
With a
out.
20 on your insight check, you would know that turning it inside out will dump all the contents of the bag out.
Okay, it's not gonna. Okay, cool. So in that
Not
case,
gonna
Vix,
like.
You're
Vix
not
will-
creating a black hole in the
Yeah.
the belly of the ship or anything.
Vix will.
Yay.
Should we go below deck just to make sure nothing goes spilling out and rolling off into the sea? Okay,
good.
let
I won't.
Yeah.
reconvene
magic trick.
downstairs. Click, 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 click.
I'm
Okay.
so curious.
And just
White
like,
shot down.
yeah, quickly just shoves the bag inside out.
As you do that, gold just starts pouring out, and coins just ting 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 ting. About 225 gold coins just spill out from inside the bag. Then after that, you hear like some clink, 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 and a big set of manacles falls to the ground, followed by a small knife that looks like it's used for skinning, as well as an envelope that contains several ground herbs and powders.
Ooh,
Try to
Can I-
identify.
that's really
the
cool.
herbs.
That was 225 gold.
225, correct. So a
Great
total,
idea.
This
a total of
permission.
250 from the fight with Ovak.
We should have opened this far sooner.
We were
Yeah,
busy. I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. That's just I didn't.
a little bit it is, but
It's amazing.
Shush
Can
you.
I make a check to see if I can identify the like herbs in the satchel thing?
yeah,
Oh,
go
that's what I
ahead
was gonna
and
do.
make
I
a
Can I
nature
also?
a nature check.
was gonna say I have proficiency with my herbalism kit.
While they're
I will
looking at
let two of you roll, or one of you roll with advantage.
Rose also wants
What's? Can Chorus give me advantage and Rose can roll?
No, two of you can roll, or one of you can roll with advantage. Not two of you can roll, and one of you can roll with advantage.
what if two of us roll, both with advantage, and you say thank you, ma'am?
Yes.
Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Get back in your
Persuasion
gnome
check.
shape. I'll let two of you roll, or one of you will roll with advantage.
Both of you can if you really
I
want
was
to.
gonna say
if
Rose
we're
should
all
roll with
proficient.
advantage. I don't have a great nature check, so
I mean, I'll get. Yeah, okay. I'll give Rose advantage.
Okay. So
I haven't rolled yet.
Two natural ones.
Rose.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
let's go. I mean, if she got a natural one, then she just could re-roll it.
Oh, son of a.
She's unstoppable.
Yes. Okay, so with that, she actually gets a 19.
Okay.
Nice.
You kind of look at the herbs and you kind of pick them up and smell it. These are definitely for smoking. One of them is tobacco. One is more of a relaxation herb.
Yeah.
She's like, okay. She just conveys that like, yeah, I think we need a pipe for these.
I've smelt that one before.
Can I?
I have
Can I
definitely
hold on?
smelt that one before.
It smells a little bit like skunk.
Sure.
No one wants the tobacco. Oh, actually, we'll keep the tobacco just in case. But can I have the other one?
Certainly.
Yeah, it's
My
Okay.
mum used to like it a lot.
Don't forget to
it's-
share.
It's great for relaxing.
That's why I want it.
Can Vix, while they're doing
Exactly.
that, look at the shackles to see if there's any
Sure.
properties to those.
Go ahead. Make. You can make an Arcana check.
Oh my gosh. Without a dice tray, I am cursed. Absolutely. Natural
Aw.
1 for a 7.
No.
You are pretty sure there are no magical principles about this. They don't have any kind of markings that indicate any kind of magical property. They appear to be just standard shackles. Anything else that you guys would like to do on the ship before the night falls and Vix makes his next checks?
Pearl.
Rose looked like you were about to say something.
Pearl.
Okay. How are you going to try to do that?
This is going to be amazing.
Well, first things first, she's going to well, how fast are we going on?
You're traveling at a good clip. The wind is at your back, and you are making good time heading back. Dolphins and things might keep up for a little while if they were, staying right at that level. I will say, make an intelligence check, Rose.
Oh, nice. That is A 17.
You realize that even though you can swim as a shark and have shark speed, the time it would take you to swim down to the bottom of the ocean, investigate looking for a pearl, running around and things like that, the ship is going to continue on. You would lose the ship very quickly. Because while you're going down and looking, they're still going forward.
Could she then just try and ask any creatures like dolphins if they know if they maybe have a pearl, maybe they know, and she's going to offer up because she has good berries while she's like traveling here. I'd like to imagine like in the morning she conjures up some good berries, and she'd offer them also to each of the party members, but she'd think that that'd be a nice little maybe yummy bribe for any ocean creature.
So go ahead and as you go over this ship, you do see at this point that there are some dolphins like that are just keeping up and just enjoying the sun and things of that nature. And go ahead and you may communicate with them because you have that ability.
Hi. Dolphins over there. Hi. I was actually wondering if any of you have seen any shiny white pearls.
Ooh,
I could
what's a
really
pearl?
use. It's white and round, and it's really cool. It's about that small. Okay. Could you maybe see if you could find one?
Where do I
have
look?
these. Oh, maybe just ask around. That's what I normally do when I'm trying to find something.
But we're swimming.
Yeah. So you can come back. I
Make a
have this over here.
persuasion check.
And she's also just showing the good berries, like kind of like this size, but this you can eat. If you find the pearl, you can have these. They're really tasty.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Dolphins can't do two things at once.
This is amazing.
Dolphins are not
Alright.
notorious for liking berries either.
Magic berries.
Okay, let's see. I got a natural one, but that means I can
Dolphins too.
re-roll.
Yeah.
Okay, persuasion. Where is it? Okay, not that great. That's a 13.
Sorry, swimming. We're swimming, but good luck. And then they kind of
Oh.
just bounce off the other direction.
Bye.
One of them like flips its
man.
tail and smacks the water against it for you.
Ah, that's all right. Just keep on swimming.
Jumps and does like a little flip and then back in the water.
Just keep swimming.
And she's just like clapping. That was really cool. Ah, dang. She's just going to like kind of just like determined now. She's gonna go to the crew and stuff. And she's just gonna be like, sorry to bother. I just wanted to I just was wondering, is there any chance we could just for like about an hour or so just slow down a little bit? I kind of wanted to just.
Are you
there's
asking
something I need.
the captain this?
Yeah, she'll go to the
Okay.
she'll just go to the captain.
You're wanting us to slow down. What are you looking for?
Oh, I'm just looking for a pearl actually. It's really important. It's for a magic purposes.
If you're needing a pearl, why don't you just ask for one in payment when you get back to the land?
We can, but I thought this would be a great time to just find one. Why
Yeah, we
buy one
really
when you
want to
can
get back
find
to.
one?
We'd really like to get back to land because we're running low on supplies, and our job is to bring you back home safely. Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Oh man, that's not that great. That's a 9.
Look, I know that Magister Aron is going to be paying you for this. I'm sure he would be willing to give you some gems or something instead of just like coin. Maybe you can ask him for that. the town deals in pearls. Like, that's why he wants us, they were collecting pearls for a reason. So I bet he has some on hand that he might be able to pay you instead of coin, maybe supplementing some of both. But I'm sorry, I can't stop.
Okay. All right. That's okay. Anyway, I guess since the dolphin didn't want it, do you want one of these? She just offers out the good berry. I know you said we're low on supplies. Maybe this might help.
She puts it in her pocket and just kind of goes back to captaining.
All right.
Pocket berry.
Amazing.
Bye. And she goes back, and she's just like,
She acknowledges you. She's not like, she's just busy, and asking to slow down was like, why would you ask me to slow? That's weird for her. So.
Rose just like, I tried. Oh well. And she's just gonna just go back to just doing her thing, just kind of like.
A valiant effort. And when she gets back,
She tried.
Vix has portioned out the gold into 50 gold stacks and dealt it out to everyone.
Oh.
So
Amazing.
everybody add 50 gold to your inventory. Nemea, just
I will
25
do
since you already
that.
had the 25.
Yeah, I
the
got
fif-
to 20. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, because I put the 25 in my.
You had it
thing,
in
so I'm gonna take
yours.
the 25 then.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it still
How I
works out
remember
to the same 50 to everybody.
Yep.
All right. And
Yes,
then
I'll just
Vix,
add another 25.
go ahead and do your tinkering roll again tonight to see how that goes.
Same thing, int and then int tinkering.
No, you already got the intelligence part of it down. You know what you're doing. You just need to work.
Do it.
And I'll go ahead and give you advantage on the tinker roll right now because you're just focusing totally on this. You know the brush is the right size, so I'll give you advantage on this one.
Okay, so Dex tinkering.
Correct.
Nice. With advantage. Ooh, 25.
This time you get right in there and you start brushing and you start working the oil in, and you notice that the mechanics of it, the levers, and everything starts loosening up, and you see it starts, as you fidget with it, starts responding. And you're doing the same thing on the palm pistol, and they're both starting to act the same.
I think Vix takes the palm pistol and slides it doesn't have, it's not a rotating chamber, right? It's just sort of two, one on top of the other, or was it a revolver style?
We had not worked that out, so it'll
Okay.
be whichever style you want it to be.
Okay. Vix is looking at the middle body and notices that okay, well that pot's definitely different. Pops the pistol forward.
I think it's more Derringer style, so it would be like a single shot.
And it just opens up at the front, and you can see the two rear load chambers. I wonder if, and they try and very gently bend the barrel of the other one forward, and that weird rib cage starts to squanch back, it folds in on itself, and the chambered revolving cylinder goes kind of emerges out like a tongue sticking out. Oh. Well, all right, just need to figure out what to stick in there, and I think we're in business. And sticks it back into the box and carries on.
All right. So for the rest of the time passes uneventfully. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do on the ship before you dock? All right. Then as the ship makes dock in Balantor, we are going to take our break. So
Thank you.
come back to us. We'll be back in 10 minutes, guys.
See you in a little bit.
Back. 3, 2, 1.
I'm good. I'm good.
Hello.
And we're back. The intrepid adventuring party of these guys has just completed their sailing across
That's the name. These
the
guys
water.
did
These
it.
guys. Hey,
Nailed
there's
it.
your group name.
These guys.
Shit.
And they are forgot to turn their notifications off on their magic stones. And they have just docked in Balantor. It is now probably around 5 in the afternoon. 5 in the afternoon on the the 20th of Plenty, which is the day of the week is Gnome.
Ooh. Fancy.
I have a calendar.
Eat it up, you lore nerds.
Fancy.
Nom nom.
So as the ship docks,
Not the
the crew kind of acknowledges you and shakes hands with you and stuff and thanks you for traveling. They get the flight attendant. Thank you for flying the friendly skies.
As Edie's getting off the boat, is the priestess up there?
She's not. You do not see her.
The captain?
The captain is there, yes.
She's just got to hold like a gold coin and she just hands it to the captain and she's like, I'm so sorry, can you give this to the priestess? It's for permission. And then I just turn around and leave.
And she's like,
That's so cute.
the priestess isn't there. What's she going to do? Just hold it out the rest of the day? You don't know.
She'll get it there. If not, I've done what I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
Where are we going now?
I think we should go see Aron as quick as possible.
Yes.
Report
know
in
what's
our
going
rousing
on.
success.
Yeah. Yes.
All of the workers are dead, but success.
We're
But-
not.
That, yes.
Okay. You head to Magister Aron's house and knock on the door, and the door opens. You're back. So glad to see it.
Is it Big
And you
Bean?
do recognize it is Marvon Bigbean.
Yeah.
So glad to see you all. I suppose you want to
Likewise.
speak with the Magister?
Please?
This way. And he leads you back to the office that he took you guys into before. And
Does
then
Big Ben remember what I did to him?
he does not. That was in a previous
Oh my
timeline.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most embarrassing timeline did not happen.
As
Yes,
you guys are
that's-
making your way towards the office, you hear a "Ah!" And then you see come like running down the hallways. You see Sarah come running, and then you see the big white dog like chasing after her,
Yeah.
and she just
Yay!
runs up and just gives Edie a big hug, and then Rose she runs over and gives you a big hug, and the dog just knocks you guys both over.
Vix has changed their hair to be
Such a good boy.
Vix has made sure to change their hair to be the sort of seaweed green.
Okay. Oh, like Sarah's
Yep.
shell for you. Perfect.
Aw.
She sees that. She's like, like the shell.
Exactly like the shell. I have to
Wow.
give an homage to the marvelous artist.
Did they keep you safe?
They did. They worked very well.
Very much.
Good. Because that's what I did for them. I made them to make you safe.
You did a
Whereas
superb job.
There.
hands or holds out the burlap sack full of shells. I have.
She looks at it and she's like,
for you.
and she runs off like upstairs.
Wait, Sarah, just wait 1 second.
I'll be right back.
Can Edie run with Sarah?
Sure.
Cool. Edie follows
She's-
Sarah.
She's running up to her room to go put the shells. Like she wants to soak them in some water and stuff like that. So she's going to go up to her room and then grab like a tub of water, and that's what she's doing with those. Okay. Magister Aron comes out and, welcome back, heroes. So you've survived, which is good.
Indeed we have. And we've eliminated that problem that was on the island.
Well, one of them. Two
Yes,
of them.
2 of them. There's a third. It's very minor, though.
What other problem?
There's probably some marrow hanging about, but nothing that a few well-armed personnel wouldn't be able to quickly scatter away.
Good to know.
Rather than conflict, just someone that could speak Arquin, make a negotiation.
Probably someone better than me.
I know a
That
little
wasn't a
bit
joke.
about Marrow. They're not prone to negotiations or to peaceful resolutions in general.
Aggressive negotiations, really.
I believe that, yes, force is better if we intend to continue our works on this island.
I just don't think they were here by choice.
Marrow have made a choice at one point, which made them what they are. Easily enough, they're more bullies than anything. I believe that a well-armed guard party would suffice in most instances.
Maya sort of bristles at that, just not happy with his response.
Nemea. Marrow are evil. They just want to kill. That's their entire twisted purpose, is to kill.
That's a bit discriminatory. You're blaming or discriminating against merfolk for something that happened generations ago.
Nemea, it's not discrimination to say that elephants are large. It's not discrimination to say that fish swim. Marrow's souls were corrupted. They have no choice in the matter. At this point, they are evil. They want to kill and destroy. That is what they do.
You're looking at them
understand.
like one would look at a human, or a tiefling. Has a choice in the matter, and they don't. Whether or not they were invited here, shunted here, or what, they're still now just a source of violence.
They are corrupted by the gods they worship.
We saw them. They really did seem quite bad.
But it is not all beings that are this way. But when one makes certain pacts with certain gods, there are changes that take place which alter you, and that is what happened to the Marrow. But it is good to see some tenderness associated with your rather imposing physique. Now, you said you dealt with 2 other problems. What other problems were there?
A coven
Um,
of sea witches.
There were hags and
The island was very, very dead because of them.
and there was another sea witch that was kind of helping,
I
but
may have gotten involved with the geopolitics of the mermaids in the area. But we left friends with them, so perhaps that's a good thing.
That might benefit us all in the future. I thank you for your efforts on their behalf, then. But mostly I thank you for your efforts on the behalf of our community.
Of course,
You are most
we
welcome.
happily helped.
What you hired me to do.
and I knew I could count on you. Thank you for your parts. I suppose you should all would all be looking for payment for your efforts. Let me see here. Did we? Sorry, my mind has been occupied this past week with spending time with Sarah. We've had many tea parties, and the like. I've gone on several walks with her. Did we discuss an amount?
I
don't
don't
believe so.
think so.
Good. Well then, that allows us to discuss right now, and I want to thank you again. How does 500 sound?
Ooh. Wow.
Sounds incredibly generous. Is the town going to be okay? We know you were dipping into your own pocket to support the town.
If you freed the caves so that we are able to continue once again harvesting pearls,
That's where the mirror are?
that's not an issue. If the marrow were not the cause of our workers' disappearance, then they are not ones that are going to cause a problem.
No, pretty sure that was the sea hags.
There is a fair warning, there's a rather grisly scene leading to the area in which the sea hags were. You might want to have a leading party that's totally fine with body parts. To just sort of sweep that
It
out
sounds
of the way.
like we need a cleanup
Little
on the
bit.
island. Cleanup on aisle 3.
Oh, there you go. That's
Yep.
excellent. Classic Magister Aron.
Yes, I've been waiting to use that one. Yes, we will send a party to once again scout. This time, maybe more equipped with guards who can protect. We were not aware there would be need for that based on the initial inspections. No blame upon you, Chorus. It was what it was. We will be more prepared in the future. Until then, let me gather your gold, and then you are free to.
Could we maybe swap out some of the gold for some gems?
Yes, I was just about to ask. In lieu of my share, if you have a very nice pearl, that would actually be exactly what I'm going to spend the money on anyway.
I mean,
Maybe
I have.
Evie would like a diamond, if we're willing.
I could.
It's nice and shiny.
I could manage. Sure. So a pearl, a diamond, and some gold. Was there any other gems that you might like? I could give you an assortment of gems.
I have no use for gems, but if the rest of the group needs something, I'm happy to give up my share for whatever.
I
should be
can't
use
use
that.
gems.
Oh, okay. Well, it will take a few moments for me to gather. Please excuse me. And entertain yourselves, talk amongst yourselves. And he steps out of the room. While he's doing that, Edie, what are you doing with Sarah?
As soon as Sarah's finished putting the stuff in the buckets and whatnot, I want to ask her, do you mind if I borrow some of your craft supplies, please?
Oh, sure. What are you looking for?
Okay, see here, this is a present, and she pulls the journal out, and
Ooh.
she wants to, like, open it up, rip the pages that have got, like, writing on them, and then put, like, them back in her pocket, and close it up, and she wants to do a fun cover. So she wants to, like, cover it all in, like, shells and glitter and googly eyes and feathers and just really fun.
Okay. Yeah, he gets it all together. Or she gets you all her craft supplies and kind of sits down, and she takes out like just a blank piece of parchment and like sticks her tongue out and starts coloring and stuff while you're working on yours. But you are able to decorate it and make it how you'd like it to look.
Thank you. And as soon as I'm done, we go back downstairs, or I go back downstairs.
Okay. As you come back downstairs,
What?
Didn't Edie leave a shit ton of gold with Sarah as well?
Oh, yes. Sarah, here, I have another bag of gold for you to keep for me. And she hands over 15 gold.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Sarah's like, okay.
Now,
I was gonna
now,
start at a bank.
Sarah, I'm gonna come back for this when I need it, but so you're keeping it safe for me, yeah?
Of course, you can count on me. And she like tries to salute you a little bit. You can count on me. It'll be secrets.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. And yeah, she leaves the room. Goes back downstairs. She's holding the journal.
Okay. You bump into Magister Aron as he's returning to the office. Oh, pardon me. I believe this is for you. The group said you might like it, and he hands you a diamond.
God,
And
yes.
then he leads you back into the office. Vix the pearl and hands you a pearl, and places a small bag of coin on the table as well. And you open it up. It's actually platinum. It's 30 platinum. It's a little smaller bag, easier to carry.
It's
Well-
still extremely generous. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank
You
you.
have been most gracious to our community, most generous, in just your assistance helping us. So we thank you. Anything else right now? I promised Sarah a picnic on the beach today. You could join us if you wish.
Oh,
Wish.
no. We don't want to intrude on your time with Sarah.
I did, we found that message, didn't we? Vix knows about this, right? The message in a bottle.
Oh!
Well, Rose shared it, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I
With everyone,
thought
she
that was
read
the
it out
case.
loud.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually have that.
What do you remember the handwriting?
Yes, we found this message in a bottle, and I just thought it might be useful for you to know. We were planning on following up when we had time, but just in case any of your sailors swing by
She
an
looks
island.
Good idea.
As Nemea hands him the note, he looks over. I vaguely remember seeing a group travel through here at one point. They actually went towards the swamps. I did not see them return. It's a long time ago, but it's good to know that that's what happened. If you could look out for him, that would be wonderful. It's a shame about his companions. Much to think about. And as that wraps up, actually, Xander Typhrane comes rushing in. Magister... Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had guests. Welcome back, everyone. It's good to see you. It's no worries, Xander. Did you have something? Yes, Magister. It can wait till you are done. If you have anything that you need to share, they've proven themselves loyal. What would you have to say? Magister, the king is dead.
What?
Excuse me?
What do you mean? Magister, the king. The king is dead.
As the king.
King Caesar.
King.
And you see him
Huh?
like slump back in his seat.
That doesn't sound good.
He's can't be. King no. He's what King Artemis, he stopped the wars. How did he die? The messenger said poison. Very well. I'm sorry, this is... Do we know how long ago? No, Magister. Word takes time to travel, especially down here. Could have been weeks. Could have been a month. It's hard to say. Well, well, it probably will not affect our town too much. He gave me this position. He will be truly missed. This is the case. We should honor him. I'm sorry, you all have much to do. This is my burden at this point. You don't need to be here any longer, unless you have something else you need. But just know that King Artemis Kendril was a good man. Just as you travel, remember that. And he's going to kind of get up, and as he gets up now, you see him looking older. Like the weight of what he heard, like, settles on him pretty heavy. And he just kind of moves slowly out of the office space and into the hallway and kind of slowly closes the door behind him.
If there's anything you need, at your services.
He just nods a little bit as the door closes.
That was rather sombering news.
Yeah, it's never fun to lose someone.
No. Oh,
Did you guys know their king?
knew of the
Not
king.
personally.
It's only by reputation. And even then, just barely.
Today's first day I know about him, and now he's gone already?
Long story short, all the kingdoms of this continent have been at war, and he stopped it 30 years ago.
And Rose, he's not your king, because you come from Baymont, but you are aware of him through relationship with your king.
Now it seems someone
That's so sad.
wants to unravel the piece.
You think that he was killed?
Said poison, right?
It was poison.
Oh yeah.
Poison generally tends
I forgot.
to murder.
It's alright.
It was just a bad batch of chicken.
Poison
Yeah.
generally tends to lead to murder. That's a deep thought right there.
Didn't
My
come out the way I
cousin
intended.
accidentally poisoned himself.
Life
once.
needs stuff to live.
Wise words.
This is also
Okay.
the danger of being important, is that usually other people of importance want what you have.
That's true. Oh,
A lot of
Well,
importance comes a lot of power.
well,
With
in
great power comes great funds, or something like that. I'm not really sure.
I'm so glad you didn't go there.
in,
I was waiting. I was like,
in light of this news, I suppose something I was planning to bring up anyway, but this really only hastens it, I suppose. But my job is complete. Clearly, Magister Aron has paid us, and I am technically not working with you anymore. However,
oh.
the world might grow more dangerous if the king is dead. And I'd already been thinking of this. I would like to stay with you all for some time.
yeah, you're
Been
not
try-
leaving.
All right, Edie.
You'll have a hard time convincing Edie.
It relaxes.
Promise that.
And I
None
invisibly
of us
relax.
can escape. we are bound together now. Edie will make sure of it.
Are you guys having this discussion as you start heading towards
Yeah.
Aradi's?
I think Chorus would have brought that up like outside of the
Yeah.
house, and then well, I guess then that begs the question: where do we go next?
Food.
I mean, we can do some quick shopping, but we've been gone nearly a week, and I would really like to check on Master Aradi, make sure he's okay.
He
He knew
probably
I
has
was gone.
food.
Still,
Are there any
Alright.
groceries we
getting
could
out.
pick up on the way? I feel bad imposing on him.
well, yeah. I mean, I don't have a healing potion anymore, so restock and head there as quickly as possible, please.
Certainly.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Can we also just maybe just along the way, if we bump into Ingletrude, I just wanted to also just make sure tell her that all is well.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Where are you wanting to stop for these things?
If that open
Uh,
market's still open?
Ollie and
You look around. There
Wellness?
are. Okay, you want to go to the general store? You do
I'll just
see it.
wherever.
Yeah, the general. Wally and Wilma is the general store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
As-
creepy gnomes won't leave me alone.
As you step in, so the general store is not too far away from Magister Aron's house. So you guys make your way inside to their store, and it is literally just called General Store. Like, it's very original in its name. As you walk in, you all probably saw them at one point during the dinner party, though it was only in one of the times that you saw them. You did not see them another time, but you did not see them at work. So you see a gnome, male and female, and they light yellow skin, wild brown hair, like just all over the place. Hers is in like braids, but it's still like kind of sticking out, like just it's like a short shock braids, like they're not long enough to like fully like fall down, so they're just like sticking up.
Pippi
But still,
Longstocking.
yeah, kind of. They have like common clothing, like just a standard like tunic and pants. They have aprons on that they wear, but on their aprons they have like name tags that are written like in glitter that say Wally and Wilma. And when you walk up, there's hey, thank you, welcome. We're so glad you're here. How can we help? What would you like?
Oh, kids, we do you have any groceries? We're looking for well, things like maybe some bread, cheese.
Bread and cheese. We don't keep those much. Those are in the market generally. We have so all kinds of things. We have clothes. We have swords. We have knives. We have things. We have all kinds of things, but not food. Not so much
Rose is
food.
Healing
getting-
potion.
Rose is like putting like a hand on like the mayor, just kind of like it's okay.
As you utter healing potion. Oh, healing. We have lots of healing.
I rolled a dirty 20 for sleight of hand to
Mhm.
switch into the gnomish form.
Okay.
And so a small elderly woman gnome steps out from around the group and begins talking in gnomish to the other two in just that like rapid fire bullets blazing speech. Hello, good
Okay.
afternoon. Yes, indeed, we need a healing potion, probably two. I'm going to need a few. I'm asking for oil as well, for whatever would match the parameters that Vix figured
Okay.
out was probably best.
So as you're doing that, they're yes, definitely. They start writing it down and they start running off to go get it. Everybody, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oof.
Mm.
15.
9.
9.
8.
Oh,
6.
21.
Okay.
wow.
So Vix
Carry.
and Rose, everybody's like just they do everything like really fast. And so for most of you, you're just like, what's going on? Vix and Rose, you notice while they're doing it that Wilma, the wife, every once in a while the smile slips from her face, and it's more like suppressing possible sadness or pain. And then she immediately throws it back up because she doesn't want to. She's got a business to run, and so she's continuing to do that. They come out with 2 healing potions, a bottle of oil. Was there anything else that you were wanting along with that?
Switching to common, the gnome is like, anything else we needed with that order?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Just food.
Yeah,
That-
probably
that'll be good.
switches back to gnomish. Probably a few trail rations. I can go get those if you're in need of any. Are you okay, darling?
We're fine. Why do you ask? And then Wally goes and grabs some more dry rations for you as well, and they set it on the counter. Why do you ask? And this is Wilma talking to you.
Oh, news travels fast, and it's always very hard to keep up with everything that's going on, and occasionally a clock needs winding. Even though that clock is, pristine on the outside, it might be running out of energy on the inside, so I've got to wind those gears every once in a while. I happen to be a clockmaker if you're in need of any winding or venting or any sort of tick-tockery.
Does the clock have a son? Oh, I mean...
Ah, so it's a son. Okay, then whereabouts are they? Can we be of any
know.
assistance?
Is this still in Gnomish?
This is still
Yes,
in
it's all
Gnomish.
still in Gnomish.
Okay.
I don't know. He's been missing 2 days. We don't know where he's at. He's normally very, 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 very good. Very, very helpful. He helps at the store. Sweeps, pushes things around, cleans. Very good son. Very good son. Help to take over someday.
Prompt like a watch. That's very good. Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
Spending time with friends. Friends around town. Don't know. Haven't seen. Friends quiet. Friends are quiet.
Well, and she switches back to common. This sounds like it might be a job for heroes. Highly effective rapscallions offering esoteric services.
We're heroes.
What?
They set the thing down on the table. 102 gold, please. Is the total.
They just so happen to be missing a son. We just so happen to be in need of finding someone. So, seems like a good job. And she sort of has this like
What?
prim, proper, foot down about it kind of attitude.
Hi, I'm Edie. Who are you? To Vix.
It's good to meet you as well. Again. And Vix's voice slips through the gnome's mouth. Name's Anetta Sparkspanner. Tinker extraordinaire.
Wow.
I think we might have caught a
Edie
little bit
just
of
kind of like stepped back.
I think we might have caught a few shared leagues above the Halcyon, so I just wanted to make sure and introduce myself before we continued.
102 gold, you said?
102 gold. That'll take care of it. It will.
Walks out.
Goodbye, Nemea. See you later. Goodbye. And then Wilma kind of just looks at you with like a pained smile. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
We'll find your son, don't worry. Bye.
Okay. What now? You guys heading down the road?
Yeah, just literally just try and find some groceries on the way and make a way
Easy
to
enough.
Master
Just
Aradi's.
Just take off like 5 silver, and you'll have like a bundle of like some meats and breads and some produce.
Cool, so now we're on our way?
You are.
Beautiful. Sorry, guys. Those two are lovely, but they're so full of energy, and it's just too much for me to handle. Who else bought the health potion?
Vic sort of like falls forward as they're adjusting their shawl back on. Oh, that's why I sort of took over there. It's hard to speak that quickly, not in Gnomish. That was me, 52 gold, and they've already portioned out 52 gold to pay you back.
Oh,
Impressive.
thanks. Oh, and your rations.
Ah, yes. And apologies for sort of volunteering us there, but I felt like it was very on brand for us. She looked nervous and wasn't going to talk about it.
Of course.
You didn't specify how much in the way of rations, so essentially it was like 5 days worth of rations for all of you.
Okay.
Which also lets you know that you probably got ripped off for oil on the boat.
Yeah. Vix is like
As
sunk
we're,
cost. It's fine.
As we're making our way, like,
Mr.
down.
William's missing? Sorry.
Go. You go.
Sorry, they said their son was missing? William?
They did. Or she did, more precisely. For, I believe, 2 days. And they did not know his whereabouts.
That's not like him.
Yeah.
He's always running around the markets, but I've never seen him go far from home.
That's. We should definitely try and see if we can find anything out.
What else did she tell you?
I asked if she knew where he might have gone, and she said she didn't know. To possibly ask his friends, but she said that honestly she mirrored your sentiments, that he's a good kid and that he wouldn't stray too far away.
Well, let's check on Master Aradi, and then tomorrow we can come back and try and do more. You seem to have volunteered us for that job.
Apologies if I spoke out of turn.
It's worthwhile. It's
No,
a kid.
It's fine. Yeah, and he is a good kid.
We're heroes.
Indeed we are.
And I'm so sorry, Edie. I feel like I cut you off.
No, it's okay. I just Vix, and I kind of like, as we're walking, pull out the journal, and I say, Roy said that you lost your book on the beach, and so I made you a new one that you can start. And you see that Edie's gotten Sarah to help put Vix on the front, and on the inside she's written her name, EDI.
We have found a lot of treasures, and this is by far the best one.
Aw.
She pulls
That's
Edie in for a
nice.
hug.
Edie squeezes back.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
As you look at the journal, you do see that there was writing on one of the pages already. Do you speak Elvish?
I do
No, I
not.
ripped out the pages that had any
Oh,
writing
yeah.
on them.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I think
And I
she
put
made
them
confetti
in my
of those.
pocket. No, I
Okay.
just
I'll
put them in
it
my pocket.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
put it in my pocket.
Then there you go. Never mind. You don't see anything.
I see
Nope.
nothing.
Nope.
Other than an
Indentations,
extraordinarily
maybe,
sweet
and a couple
gesture.
of mispage rips.
Okay.
This is going to be the best prayer book ever.
I'm glad.
He's kind of like twirling his skirts.
Aw.
Okay, let's go.
To Aradis.
To Aradis.
Edie's already eating some bread.
As we get about halfway up the trail, I just sort of linger back and get Chorus's attention.
Yes.
You said back at Magister Aron's that the world is becoming dangerous, and you're right. But I hope you don't feel pressured or obligated just to stay with us?
Not obligated by any of you, but I do feel that it is my purpose. It's where I've pointed my flame.
To try and kindle mine?
Oh, that and to protect the others. I mean, you've seen how hard Vix goes down. I would love to help with that if I could.
I've seen how hard you go down too.
I'm working on that.
Just... Obviously you're welcome to stay. And
That's what I wanted
I'd
anyway.
appreciate your help. But please don't put yourself in that situation again.
I'll do my best.
Please don't make me choose between protecting a body that I don't know is alive and keeping other people up. Just please don't put me under that kind of emotional stress.
Horace's eyes set very heavy. He's... Don't ever make that choice. Always protect the living. I'll be fine. Regardless.
Still, just don't put me in a situation where I have to make that choice then.
I'll do my best.
She sort of opens... Oh, there's a ring light there. She sort of opens up her wings. Just like... If I'm the shield, then let me protect you too.
All right.
Okay.
And she just looks at the skull. Who is this? Or what does it represent?
Well, like I said, it's the symbol from a group of cultists that I killed. Took it off of their corpses. I try to keep tokens where I can, just as reminders of my purpose and where I'm headed. But I find sometimes they help remind me and others who they are. So if you'd like to hold on to that one, feel free.
You... Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Let's go check on Aradi.
Yes! Picks up speed.
Okay. Anything else you would like to discuss on the road? Then you continue the journey. It does take a couple hours to get from Valentor to Aradi's house. The sun is starting to set. The shadows are getting long. And as you draw close, Nemea, you make your way down the road just as you have countless times. From the moment you can see the house in the distance, you have memorized how many steps it is from that point to the front door. You know every tree and stone along the path. Every smell that is drifted from the house, carried by the winds, floods your memories, and you begin salivating. Except this time, there are no smells coming from the house. As you look at the house, it looks different. There's no smoke coming from the chimney, which there should be at this time of day, regardless of the weather, as Aradi prepares his evening meal. The curtains hang limp in the windows, and there's no sign of light coming from inside. you didn't see Aradi in town, and though he's capable of traveling, he doesn't normally go anywhere.
Master Aradi?
As your steps bring you closer and you call out for Aradi, there is no answer. You reach the house and you open the door, and as you step inside, the room is dark and there's no light other than that is let in by the windows. You scan around the room, and at first, everything looks normal, exactly as you remember it. And then your eyes look down, and you see the form of Aradi lying face down on the ground, unmoving. And that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Monster.
What is wrong with Aradi? What is going to happen as a result of their journey to the island? Will our highly effective rapscallions offering esoteric services be okay? What's going on with William? Be sure to check in next week and find out. But until then, love yourself and love each other. Be the best you can be this week. Be the best you that you can be. And until next week, are you ready for more tales?
Yes!
Yes!
Good night,
now!
everybody.
More
Always!
tails now! You
Always!
no! You!
Good night, everybody.
Oh man.